Mom said we're doing Thanksgiving with just the well-behaved kids. Yours can skip this year. My son started crying. I texted back. Understood. I'll cancel my card for the event. They kept laughing, sending selfies at the table, totally unaware of what was about to happen next. I'm 35 years old. I have one kid, a 7-year-old who has ADHD, a laugh that fills every room he walks into, and zero apologies for either of those things. I've been a single dad since he was 3. It's just been us. My family has always had opinions about my son. Too loud, too much, too unpredictable. My mother in particular had made it her quiet hobby to document every moment he acted like a child and reference them whenever she needed a reason to keep her distance. Last Thanksgiving, he knocked over a glass of sparkling cider reaching for a dinner roll. That was it. That was the entire incident. Nobody was hurt. I cleaned it up in 40 seconds. My mother made a face like someone had set the tablecloth on fire. What nobody in my family knew was that I had been quietly paying for Thanksgiving for 3 years running. The full catering order from a local place my mom always bragged about to her friends. The wine, the linen rental, the bakery pies. I set it all up under my card and let her take the credit. She thought she was just that naturally organized. It cost me around $800 a year and I never said a word. The text came on a Tuesday. I was in the kitchen making my son's lunch when my phone buzzed on the counter. It was my mother. The message said they decided to do Thanksgiving with just the well-behaved kids this year to keep things calm. She named my brother's kids specifically as welcome. She said my son could skip this year. Those were the words. Skip this year. Like my son was a scheduling conflict. I read it twice. I put the phone down. I finished making the sandwich. Then my son walked in, and I don't know what my face looked like, but he immediately asked what was wrong. He's 7, and he reads me like a book. I told him it was nothing, and he looked at the phone on the counter, and his face just fell. He'd seen enough. His lips started going, and then he was crying quietly. The kind that's worse, because he was clearly trying not to. He asked me if he did something bad. That was the moment something locked into place for me. I picked up my phone and texted back 2 words. Understood. Then I opened my email and started canceling. The catering order, the wine delivery, the linen rental, the bakery order. Cancel, 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 cancel. The caterer kept a $200 deposit. I told them that was fine, and I genuinely meant it. Everything else came back to my account within a few days. I moved the full refund directly into my son's savings. Then I waited. Thanksgiving morning, my son and I did exactly what we wanted to do. We watched the parade with bowls of cereal on the couch. We built something structurally questionable out of every cushion in the apartment that he named an aircraft carrier. We made grilled cheese for lunch because he had recently declared it the objectively greatest food in existence, and I wasn't in a position to disagree. At 2 o'clock, I flipped my phone over. The screen was full. My sister had texted first. Caterer never showed? Then my mom. Where is the food? Then my dad. 3 texts with no punctuation at all, which meant he was genuinely panicking. Then my brother. Then my mom calling. Then my dad calling. Then my brother calling. I waited until all 3 were calling simultaneously before I picked up. You canceled it, my mom said. Her voice was shaking. I did, I said. Why would you do that to your own family? She said it like a charge being read in a courtroom, not a question. Same reason you told my 7-year-old he wasn't welcome at your table. Silence long enough that I checked to make sure the call was still connected. He just gets so out of control, she finally said. Her voice had shifted into the softer register she used when she wanted to sound like the reasonable one. I said he knocked over a glass last year. That's the full incident. He reached for a dinner roll and sparkling cider fell over. He's 7 years old. Another silence. Then I heard my brother in the background. He didn't know I could hear him. He whispered to someone beside him, "She's not paying for Christmas either, is she?" I said, "Correct," and I hung up. They called back 4 more times. I didn't answer. I put the phone in the kitchen drawer and went and sat on the floor of the living room where my son had rebuilt the aircraft carrier into something he was now calling a deep space station. He handed me a couch cushion and informed me I was the commander. I accepted the promotion without hesitation. We had frozen pizza for dinner. My son ate 3 slices and announced with complete sincerity that it was the best Thanksgiving he had ever had. No performance in it. No angling for approval. Just a kid who had a genuinely good day and wanted to say so out loud. I didn't disagree.